Hello! Kia ora everybody, and welcome back to Civilization 5. Today we're playing with one of my absolute favourite civs, and you guys who are long-time viewers will know I love me some Venice. Um, we're doing things a little bit differently though. I'll just show you what I'm playing. So I'm playing as Venice, playing on the Ring map, which is a map I have legitimately never played before. I kind of forget it exists because it's buried in the in-game options, like well deep within the maps. Playing on Tiny, but I've upped the number of civs in the map, so it'll be a little bit more full, hopefully. Deity difficulty, and this time playing on quick speed. Usually I'm a standard speed player, so this will be interesting. I can see this game going one of two ways. We either do really, really well and win, or this video will be over in like 2 minutes. So it's one or the other. I've literally just spawned in. We're on the Ring map, right? So clearly this is the edge of the ring, and this is the inside part of the ring, I'm going to assume, given by the fact that the map does just sort of end there. And I have noticed a mountain there, and I would love for Venice to be next to a mountain because that will let us, that will actually let us build an observatory in the city. However, moving from here is not, this is actually a pretty crappy marsh tile. At least if I move here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move first turn as Venice, which is super risky, and it's actually going to make it much more difficult for us to connect that ivory. However, we do have whales, so let's do it. It also leaves us with one really unproductive tile. If I have a look at yield icons, you can see the mountain at the moment does nothing. So we're going to want to try and pick up some good tiles. And the monument will most certainly help with that. However, there's less of an urgency for me to pick up a scout as Venice because I can't really do much with a scout. I'm going to go for the monument first. No. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for the monument first. And then in terms of technologies, as Venice, our key is, of course, to get to optics, because that will give us our great merchant. A great merchant of Venice, which will let us steal a city-state, should we want to. And also, of course, picking up sailing along the way is great. Pottery is first up. It'll give us the granary and the shrine. I'm just thinking, is there anything I'd want to get first? Actually, no. There isn't. So I'm pretty happy to get... I mean, revealing horses would be nice. But again, because we're not settling cities as Venice, it's less important. The trade route is really good too, though. But I will just grab pottery first. And then we're going to have to use our warrior to explore. So let's just hope and pray that we don't have barbarians next to us. Otherwise, like I say, we're going to be in a world of pain. And this could be over in 2 seconds instead of 2 hours. Hello. Okay. Kind of annoying. But we might actually just be able to get a quick kill on it. It is just an archer, and we have a favourable spot. So we're doing about twice the damage that it can do to us. We'll chonk it in 3 turns. Venice has grown, which is wonderful. I'm not used to playing on quick speed. Everything happens so fast. Okay. My goodness. I would love to get those whales connected because they're going to be our first source of happiness in the city. But I'm also conscious, of course, we're playing as Venice, so we do need to focus on growth. I just want to check what tiles it's working. So it's going to expand to that tile, which is good, because that's going to be our most productive tile. In light of that, it might be a good idea... Okay, firstly, what do I want to produce in the city? I would like to get a scout out, so we'll build one. And then I'm thinking, okay, so... I'm going to expand to this tile next, and I'm going to probably want to improve that. Also, chopping down forests is going to want to be something that I need to do in the long run. Of course, the library. We probably won't be able to get the Great Library Rush because we're playing on Deity, so I'm not going to even try for it, as tragic as that sounds. And I am instead going to pick up sailing. We're going to go straight for sailing. We're going to ignore... that, oh, yikes. To get a promotion up here, though. And I see a goody heart. Fairly... we can play it so we're in open terrain, I think. I should really send the warrior back and ignore that goody hut. We'll send the scout up to get it, hope that it's still there. But I do need to bring the warrior back down just to protect Bay Venice. I think we're going tradition. I don't even think it's worth considering any others. So we'll definitely grab tradition. We'll try and get the free aqueduct with legalism, hence because we've already built the monument. So legalism will provide us with the next cultural building, which will be an aqueduct. So pretty happy to grab tradition. It's going to get us 3 culture in the Venetian capital, which is always nice. And maybe we could explore the Hanging Gardens. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, we'll go tradition. And, question is, do I want a Pantheon? Or would I prefer to get a quick worker out? I think we'll get the worker out, because then we can improve these whales fairly quickly. Not mega quick, but quick enough, I think. Quick enough. Right, oh, that's pumping out warriors. We'll just sort of hold our position, hope that it stabs into us, and we'll send the scout up and quickly start exploring some of this ring, this donut, as it were. Yeah, we'll get a minor victory there. We'll take that. It's unlikely that the barbarians would send... Oh, I'd love to get that kill, but I'm afraid. Yeah, nice. We're not struggling for happiness yet, so I might move towards legalism. I could consider unlocking liberty as well. I know that's a fair strategy. I think I'll want patronage, that much is for sure. We are clearing some barb camps, but going honor is just stupid for us at this point, I think. And I'm also thinking, do I want to unlock the pyramids? Probably not. Of course, adopting all things in Liberty will allow us to claim a great person of our choice, which could be useful, but I think we'll stick down this route and we'll push for... these two are just great. So let's grab oligarchy and we'll move towards legalism, get the aqueduct. There's a population out of that goody hut, which is almost the best thing I could have asked for, to be honest. Pretty happy with that. Next, technology... I think we will push for optics. Push really hard and fast for optics. Actually, I might just get mining first and then optics. Just because I do have the stone here. That's a minor defeat. So we'll just keep that unit pinned while we heal. Someone took fertility rights. That's fine. Of course, it's amazing, but it's... Oh, yay, it's barbarian central around here. And we're not too far behind the Deity AI, all things considered. We'll just ignore those barbs, hope that there's someone else they can fight that's not me. And have a look what's along this peninsula. Some more ruins, which is always nice. We will get a workboat out next to connect these whales. We actually have 2 of them, so we can also start trading. Oof. Sucks that we're... What on earth is going on down here? It's like raging barbarians, man. Unbelievable. Flee back to the city. And we'll get that... Shoot. Okay, new plan. Let's get some farms. Perhaps also that ivory. I had it in my head I was improving a mine, which of course I'm not doing. Try and sneak around this guy. He's gonna... We'll flee. Hope that he runs away. Let's grab the free aqueduct in Venice. That is super powerful for us at this early stage. Just check. Once we unlock it, of course, we'll get it. So I should try and prioritize that as my next move. Right, you need something. Ranged, no. Combat strength while fighting in open terrain. This is open terrain. But we'll grab the rough promotion as well. just to try and turn this unit into a little bit of an all-rounder. And this thing is just chasing me down and forcing me back to base, which is really annoying and hindering my early scouting. I'll improve that forest. Oh my goodness, we are actually being overrun at this point. I'm going to have to focus fully on defense. So we'll produce a military unit after this workboat, because we are actually just getting bombarded from all sides. Yikes. Let's grab... As much as I would love to get the granary or the shrine, we're going to need another warrior. At least one more warrior. Scout's going to take some big hits. We'll fortify until heal to see if we can cheekily try and get this farm done. Oy vey. Oy vey. Flee back to base, folks. Everybody, run to the hills. My goodness gracious. We are being absolute... This is not how I saw this going, by the way. Being overrun by barbarians at this point. Took my worker. I'll take it straight back. Great Library has been built in a faraway land at turn 25. Interesting. That's a big victory for us, but it's a... Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Okay, plink that archer. Warrior goes there. Scout's gonna have to take the heal, which sucks, but it's gonna have to do it. We'll get the worker back to base, and let's really try and see what we can do. Oh no, and our merchants appeared! Not actually what I wanted. Okay, we're gonna have to send him out to sea. And, pick up writing. There's a good confirm kill for us. So that is managed quite well. That archer might just get bored and go away. I think that's all I can hope for. No, it did not. But our new warrior's ready, so that's a win. Okay, Scout. You can get back out to scouting now. We've sort of got this under control. Cheekily see if I can improve a farm there. And we'll just heal up on our southern border. Right, next up, for the wonderful city of Venice, I actually have a lot more resources from the sea to harvest. I would also quite like to have a trireme to send with this merchant, though. So I'm in a little bit of a difficult spot, but I think a trireme's going to be better than exploring using land, purely because we're playing on the ring map, right? And so, in fact, I might just pop the merchant back into Venice for now while we wait for our boat. Yeah, because we're playing on the ring map. No, you get the kill for the promotion. It's maybe easier to scout with the trireme. Maybe. Okay, the scout's going to get that promotion. Nice. There's literally no one for you to shoot at, Venice, so I'm not sure what you're on about. Yeah, it might be easier just to send the trireme basically into the middle of... I'm assuming this is the middle of the donut. Send the trireme into the middle of the donut. Heal up a bit. Why? Why does this keep happening? Just going to pop into the forest. Hopefully I won't take 2 hits. Yeah, we just took the 1, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. So we'll just swap these 2 out, pull this warrior back, because it's had quite a bit of work done on it, and I'd hate to lose it. We're doing well on the gold front, mainly because I've spent none. Okay, let's get you... Oh, goodness, look at this. And we've got enemies to the left as well. Let's pull back into our territory. Another policy. Brilliant. Do I want Wander Production? Would I like to adopt Patronage now? Will cause all city-states to degrade at 25% slower, and it unlocks the Forbidden Palace. No, I think I'll go for Landed Elite quite quickly, because that'll give us a whole load of extra growth in the capital, and at the moment, surprisingly, my happiness can actually support that, which is weird, because usually it's pretty difficult on Deity. So, sorry, I'm just having a quick look at the chat. Looks like we're all good. Yeah, that's really surprising. I don't know how we're so happy. It must be because we got those whales online really quickly. So let's go with Landed Elite. We've got the happiness to grow, basically, I think. So we'll do it. In terms of next steps here, I of course would like to get philosophy up and running pretty quickly. I'm just thinking, can I keep skipping these early techs, or shall I get some archers? Or even horses, right? Let's get animal husbandry for our trade route, because we're going to want to start trading pretty soon, of course. As Venice, it's kind of the thing that we do best, right? So we're going to want to start taking advantage of that. Who can you fire against? Probably confirm that kill. I just don't want to lose this warrior, though, so we might just hold off for a turn. We'll just fortify. There's no super rush there, I don't think. The lighthouse is particularly beneficial for us because we'll get +1 food from coastal tiles and +1 production from sea resources. And we're going to be working 3 sea resources, and I want those to be productive tiles. So I'm going to grab the lighthouse and then probably go back for the library. In the meantime, let's finally get exploring. Let's have a look and see what this donut's got to offer. Also chop down that forest and get a mine there. As expected, that barbarian basically did nothing and then killed itself. Oh, and Stonehenge is built in a faraway land. Tim, welcome along. Tim says, do you enjoy Civ 5 more than Civ 6? And Bernardo says, Civ 5, love heart. I tend to enjoy Civ 5. So I'll just throw that in as my written response. My verbal response is a little bit more complicated, though. In recent years, particularly with the release of, firstly, Gathering Storm, and then secondly, the release of the Civ 6 anthology, I like Civ 6 a lot more than I used to. Like, a lot. I think that the Civ 6 full experience is a really good experience. And for me, Civ 5 and Civ 6 offer quite different things. And so I can honestly say I really enjoy playing both of them now. But that was not always the case. For years, I did not enjoy Civ 6. Like, just flat out, I'll just be perfectly honest with you, I did not enjoy it. Now I do, though. Now I think Civ 6 is a really good experience. But of course, I'm a diehard Civ 5 fan. And I can't lie to you about that. I am a diehard Civ 5 fan. In terms of next techs, again, I'm thinking, like, what do I desperately need and what can I skip? I think I will get archers, and then we'll go for philosophy, which will take us through calendar, getting the stoneworks, which will be really useful for our marble. In fact, actually, let's go calendar first, then pop back for archery, and then up to philosophy. Oh my goodness, I'm hearing lots of dinging and notifications coming from the live stream. You think that Civ 6 is more complex to play? You're totally right. You're totally right, Bernardo. It is. I think largely it's the districts that make it more complicated. Outside of that, I personally don't think it's too complex. Thank you for subscribing, Ven and Bernardo. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I wonder, one of you could be the 1900th subscriber. Or within QE of that, anyway. So I've chopped down this forest, which has given us a boost to our lighthouse, which is great. I'm now going to build a mine on this tile and get this into a nice productive tile. And once Venice is finished building the lighthouse to boost these coastal tiles, I'm probably going to need to build some workshops to get them done. In the meantime, we need to find a city-state who will take us in. We need to find all the city-states, really. Because there should be a lot of them, and I'm surprised that we haven't found any, even just in this little bit of the map we've explored. I'm quite surprised. Oof, okay, that warrior took some hits. It's going to be a really close call, and I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to pop it back and heal. And let's get to this goody hut, which is, of course, still being blocked by the barbarians. Love to see it. And I'll have to shield my great merchant here from absolute disaster. Please don't shoot me. How far can it go in a turn? Nice. Okay, let's keep exploring the coastline and see what we can do. In the meantime, that warrior took big hits, so I'll have to finish that with the city. I don't like to confirm the kills on units with my cities because you don't get experience. So it's pretty disappointing, but it is what it is. Ooh, okay. Interesting that the Great Lighthouse hasn't been completed, but I have already built my normal lighthouse, so I won't go for that. Tim in the live chat. Yeah, I always get confused with the districts, and I never know if I'm doing the right thing. I just try to build all the districts in each city. Yeah, I'm actually going to work on some video guides for the districts. The only reason I haven't done them is because, to be honest, I'm still learning some of the more complicated... I understand them in principle, don't get me wrong, but I'm learning some of the more complicated strategies still, and I want to have a really solid understanding before I try and teach it to other people, obviously. Or library or workboat? Go one workboat, then library. So yeah, I will have some help. In general, I can totally understand where you're coming from, Tim. Oh, woohoo! We got upgraded into an archer, and I dare say that was very lucky. Run away. And heal, just in case they chase us. Yeah, so I totally agree where you're coming from, Tim. In general, my really quick advice would be to have a look at the districts. Oh... Have a look at the districts that synergize with each other and try and make it so that each city has maybe like 3 districts. So you might go industrial, harbor, and like commercial hub or campus, or you might go government plaza, theater district. Just sort of looking at the ones that synergize the best and then trying to make use of those. We'll establish an embassy with him and... maybe trade some whales with him when we can. Yeah, so that would be my like quick advice, but it is tricky. I totally agree. Ven says, "Hey, I'm new to the Civ community. Might I ask, how long does a multiplayer session last?" It depends on the game speed. I would assume you'll be playing on quick speed or online speed, as it's called in Civ 6. And in that case. It really depends on how many players and the turn timer. So multiplayer, you can choose a turn timer, which basically limits the amount of time each turn can take. And depending on what you set the turn timer on will basically determine whether you have a long game that takes hours and hours or a short game that takes no time at all. In a nutshell, it's probably going to take you like 5 hours or more. It can be a really long experience. But if it's just you and a mate and you're playing on quick speed, you might be able to smash it out in a couple of hours. Ah, Tim, my friend. Hey, Tim with the $5 super chat. Yes. Oh my goodness. Tim. Let me tab out and give you the justification and showtime you deserve. Tim says 5 Canadian rupees to help you push towards that district video. Oh, thanks, man. You know what? Just for that, I will target release next week. So keep an eye out at some point next week. I always, like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, is how I sort of go through life. So I'm going to make a note of that right now. Tim, $5 super chat district guide. There'll probably be like 2 or 3 videos in total on districts, but I'll definitely prioritize that main like sort of introductory, this is how districts work and this is the combo you should push. And then Bernardo asks, what's my favorite way to play the game? It tends to be... I prefer military, but in reality, I don't play military victories all that much. I like to throw in a bit of military gameplay, but not win the game by domination, because I do find it a bit tedious if there's any more than, say, 3 other players left in the game. You know, it's like, oh, now I have to go around and take all these capitals. So for that reason, I generally prefer to win the game with science or diplomacy/gold. But I like to incorporate some domination in because it's always fun to stomp on people. Poland Ball, damn, I wish I could donate. Don't sweat at Poland Ball. I always say prioritize yourself first, right? We all live like complex lives with different needs and different incomes and all sorts of stuff. And so just always make sure that you take care of yourself first. That being said, I'm very grateful to the Super Chat donators and the channel members as well, who sort of throw a couple of bucks at me on a monthly basis, is how the channel membership works. Okay, so we've landed on City State Island, which I'm assuming is in the middle of the donut, and we've discovered Bucharest and Sidon, and I get to capture one of them as my own, with the Great Merchant of Venice, which is, of course, for those who don't know, Venice's unique unit. It's a really weird spot to be in with Venice, because you do have a unique military unit, it's the Galleass, but you have a second unique unit, which is a unique great person, and the Great Merchant of Venice allows us to puppet city-states and bring them into our empire. Very powerful. We can never annex them, so we'll never have full control over what they build or where they build it, but we can make gold purchases in the city, so we can use it as an outpost, and it will very much be a part of our empire moving forward. Let's clear this barb camp as well so we can actually explore down south. I have an important decision to make here though, team. I have a very important decision to make. Do I want Sidon to be mine, or do I want Bucharest to be mine? Either way, one of them will come into our empire and the other one will stay on the map and likely be my ally moving forward, unless I choose to capture them as well. Sidon is a militaristic city-state. Bucharest is a cultural one. So if we open up the diplomatic overview, you can see Sidon militaristic, Bucharest cultured, and each of as we level them up and work up our influence over them, we'll start to get different rewards from them. So obviously these guys will go as culture, these guys will go as units. I'm actually more interested in having Sidon as my ally because they're a militaristic city-state, so they're going to have more of a military, and they're also going to send me military units as a reward for being their friend. So I'm going to capture Bucharest and bring it within the realm of Rome. Rome? Within the realm of Venice. Oh, yikes. Look at this. Just as I was starting to improve that tile. Okay, let's bring this archer back. Bring this worker in. Clear up this warrior. Should have shot with the city first, but that's okay. We'll move our Great Merchant of Venice within the tiles of Bucharest, and watch very closely. As you see here down in the bottom left, I can either do the normal thing that a merchant would do, a Great Merchant, which is to conduct a trade mission, provides you with a huge boost to culture and gold, and actually not a bad shout. But as Venice, we really have to use this unique ability by city-state. The Merchant of Venice will use his considerable wealth to purchase a city-state and put it under the control of Venice as a puppeted city. You gain control of all the minor civilization, the city-states, units. So we're going to pick up a nice little military here as well. Let's buy Bucharest. Whammo! There you have it, folks. We've just picked up our second city, which is a size 7 city. It's bigger than Venice because the AI started with wonderful advantages in Deity. So, let's see what we've got. Let's see what they've built. So they've already got a market, which is great. So we're earning great merchant points. They've got the caravanserai, so we have extended trade routes. They've got a granary, they've got a library, and they've got a free monument thanks to us picking up tradition. Ah, Andre! Hey, my man. I was just talking about channel members and you turned up right on time. Welcome. It's good to see you. Oh, also, Andre, if you're listening, I posted a community post on the channel's community page for members only to vote on, to decide my next Civ 5 guide. So I gave 3 options. So please, if you have a minute, I'd really love it if you could pop over and vote on that poll, because I need some guidance on what I should make a guide on next. Tim says, beautiful. I think that will make me enjoy the game more if I can understand a bit deeper. It definitely will. It actually changed the game for me when I sat down and learned how to use districts. But when I started to anyway, it's a very much a work in progress. Maybe I'll finish that farm while we wait here. And Ty says Venice is my favorite city. Civ. It's mine too, Ty. It always has been. I love it because it's so weird and unique, and you can either do wonderfully and crush people or just get wrecked because you can't settle cities. Right? It's so fun. I love it. I love Venice. And oh my goodness, I just heard another super chat alert. Who was that? Bernardo Oliveria. I'm sorry for butchering your surname, Bernardo. I feel so bad. Oliveira. I hope I got that right. Really nice stream. You are a good speaker. I'm a good speaker and I can't even read your words. How do you say that? Reis? I'm not sure. From Brazil to help keep you motivated. Thank you, my dude. It absolutely does. And I super appreciate that. And you for tuning in. And to everybody for tuning in. Wow, we've got a lot of live viewers right now. The YouTube algorithm loves it when people super chat, is my theory. I will often super chat my own streams because I'm pretty sure that whenever someone super chats, the algorithm is like, oh my goodness, let's show this to 10 new viewers because people clearly love it. So thank you so much. One, for keeping me motivated, and two, for helping that YouTube algorithm, which we love to try and understand, but also don't understand. You're doing great. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, so Bucharest is looking really tasty, but it is starving a little bit. And we'd like to improve these resources. So, because we're also suffering on happiness in a big way now that we've captured Bucharest. That's a little bit tricky. I wonder what I can do to improve that. How much will it cost me to get a worker? 220 gold. I would love to get a worker over here. What I'll also do is probably reallocate some of these military units back to Venice. It's going to take a long ass time, but I don't think we realistically need a catapult and 2 spearmen here when Venice is still being crippled by this barbarian camp and barbs to the north. So let's send a spearman back to help out, but we'll keep the others here in Bucharest just in case the Shoshone, who are a very expansion-heavy civ, if you saw my guide I put out last week on them, they might get a little bit titchy with me. Oh, look at Krakatoa. Shame we'll never be able to settle that. Okay, so we got a worker here. We can do some stuff. Furs should be our priority because we're 4 happiness shy of being properly happy. So that'll be a priority. I also wonder if we bring up this menu, once we connect that second Wales, we'll be able to trade too. Which kind of makes me want to buy a workboat when I can. We can't. We could buy an archer, but I don't feel the need, and I don't want to waste too much money on building up a military, especially when we've just gained a pretty chonky military from bringing Bucharest under our political influence, shall I say. Rats, that warrior's just not going to be strong enough to kill that unit. Let's move here to protect this tile improvement. We're going to take a bit of a beating in the process, but get our archer back, do a little bit of defense. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get that last workboat, because look at these yields. Look at these yields on our coastal tiles. No name. Hi, Jumbo. It's almost 1 a.m. here. For someone who doesn't speak Portuguese, I say that was pretty accurate. Oh, well, as someone else who also doesn't speak Portuguese, I say thank you, and I agree. It's 1 a.m. Are you in, like, the New York time zone? Because I was looking at time zones when planning the stream, and I actually started a little bit earlier in the hopes that you guys in that time zone might be able to tune in for a little bit. I think the stream should be a little better for those on the West Coast, but not on the East Coast. I'm actually starting to learn time zones, which is something I've never been very aware of, because for those of you who don't know, I live in New Zealand. No, we do have time zones here. That's not what I'm saying. But but our time zone is very unique, right? We're as far ahead as you can get, basically. So I'm at least a day ahead of, or like half a day ahead of most of you, and it's all very confusing and contrived for me, basically. Oh gosh, we're just really unlucky here. But I'm starting to learn the time zones and starting to get a feel for like where you guys are. And what that means. Oh no, have they actually already improved that? My goodness, what a noob. Is there already... I didn't even check if there was already... We don't have trapping. We don't have trapping. It's only going to take us 2 turns, and we're about to finish a really early philosophy. Should we try and rush the Oracle? Obviously, we'll go National College. But we could do an Oracle rush, particularly if we can chop down... There's a forest we could chop down. We'd need to clear that barb camp first. Oh, we actually have so many things we need to do, and a lot of them require more of a military presence here in Venice, really. Problematic. They've actually done a really great... Whoa! And we've got the Grand Mesa! I didn't even notice that. But Bucharest is insane! Wow! What a city! All of these improvements require trapping, so we'll just hold the line. Yeah, we'll just hold the line here. We'll just hold the line with this worker. There's no mega urgency. This barbarian boat's being a bit of a pain, but I do... Ooh! Hi, vey. Montezuma is in the game, and actually right here. Next to the Aztecs. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. GMT -3 Argentina. Ah, right. So my guess was bad. Tim Lappin, All Blacks fan. How could I not be? It would be a crime against my people if I wasn't an All Blacks fan. Yep. I'm not like a massive rugby buff, but I am definitely an All Blacks fan. How could I not be? I have to be. Bernardo, here in Brazil it's 1 a.m. Sao Paulo time zone. Okay. Next time we'll stream a little bit earlier for you guys. So for me at the moment it's 4 in the afternoon, which I don't normally stream at this time. I usually try and stream around like 9 a.m. my time because I think that works the best for everybody. I'm conscious that right now in Britain it's about 4 a.m. So in a lot of Western Europe, it's like the Western Europeans are still sleeping. But you know what? I think we can stream without them. This is like a fun like sort of Australasian... West Coast America, and some of you legends who are up until 1 a.m. stream, and I love that very much. Speaking of love that very much, what I really love very much is this tile. We just connected our second whales, which is going to help with our happiness. We need other ways to improve our happiness pretty quick smart, and here's looking at you, Ivory. But first and foremost, we really do need to clear out these barbs. So let's just grab one more warrior, and then we'll start actually playing SimCity. It's always a little bit challenging on Deity because you start at such a disadvantage, such a criminal disadvantage, really, versus the AI. One of the key balancing features is not only that the AI get a lot more tech and culture and so on and so forth. Now, the gold is tempting, but I actually want happiness from those whales. But it's actually just the fact that the AI start with a whole load of units. They start with a whole load of units and a whole load and extra settlers, and they just they just take off, and it really does take a long time to catch up, which is why you get wrecked in the early game militarily if you don't have units to at least defend yourself. They want to give me horses. No, ideally I want one of your marble, but you've only got one. And he'll be unlikely to trade that to me anytime soon, probably. Oh, and they've pillaged my horses as well. It's alright. Let's pump out a couple of military units and get that sorted. In the meantime, let's see if he'll do us a deal for his marble. He won't. And there's not really a lot that I could give him for it. In light of that, we could sell our whales for gold, just because they're not really doing a lot for us, and they may as well do something. I don't want them to be locked in forever, though, at the same time. Oh, okay, so there's Texacoco, and it is actually coastal, which is good for a few reasons. Firstly, it could be a great trading partner for us, and secondly, we could kill it. East Coast! Yeah, Brian! Go the East Coast! It is in the title, yes. Because I've never played on that one. So I didn't get it when I read it. Ah, all good, Bernardo. It is the top difficulty, difficulty 8. You're watching from England. Sorry to disappoint. Jack, my goodness, you're a madman. Is it? Am I right about the time zones, or am I just totally wrong? Is it like 4 or 5 a.m. for you? I'm assuming it is because it's 4 p.m. for me. Ah, I love that. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate the effort, and I appreciate you being here. It's such an ungodly time. He'll give us 6 gold. We'll do it. We may as well make some money off these if we're not going to make happiness. And then let's get trappiness. Let's get trapping quick smart, because that is actually really significant. I'm missing a lot of these base buildings. And I would love to push for the Oracle. But at 15 turns... is the one social policy... It does also provide great scientist points, which I love. Obviously, we will get the National College eventually. This is a tricky decision because it could derail the whole game if I miss the Oracle. But we are actually about to, next turn, or the turn after, we'll get a new policy to help us rush it. So, if I want to produce it as efficiently as possible, I should wait 2 turns. So what can I do in 2 turns? Not a lot, actually. We could get our granary down, which will provide +2 food. So it's like 1 extra food tile. We don't need +2 food right now. We're so ahead. Let's go maybe just 1 more archer. Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt at all, actually. Here's our new warrior, so we can push the aggression there. And we'll bring this archer up the front as well. Right, carrying on, carrying on. This is supposed to be a ring. This is the strangest looking ring I've ever seen. I don't know about you, but it doesn't look like much of a ring. Right, Spearman, get over there, friend. Get over. No name lol, I only know Deity difficulty because of Jumbo. Incredible. Blink. Yay, our catapult actually did something. Send the spearman down there and see what's going on as well. We may as well explore this land. Oh, and we're just being overrun! We are actually being decimated in Venice right now. Absolutely decimated. We're just going to have to keep building military units. This is what I mean about how Deity changes the game. It changes the game by buffing the AI, including the barbs, to a ludicrous level. There's plus 15% production on wonders, which we'll need eventually. However, -1 unhappiness in the capital for every 2 citizens would give us actually a much more beneficial boost, because we'll be happy, so we'll be growing. So I'm going to have to get that first, unfortunately. Sorry, I digress. As I was saying, a very strong AI makes for a difficult game in the beginning, especially. I do need the quarry improvement. I would also really love to see where iron is. So let's go with... Just trying to think what's more useful. Probably masonry. I didn't go for the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus Rush, but it is actually quite a good wonder for us to have. Oh my god, and Poland's in the game too. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, arguably one of the strongest civs. Well, not arguably. Definitely one of the strongest civs in the game. Arguably the strongest was what I was actually going to say. Very strong. Cultural powerhouse with a free policy every era. Okay, do we have anywhere that doesn't have camps? That forest does, that deer doesn't. So, I guess we'll make our way over there. Forgive the pun. Masonry, lovely! And this warrior's been promoted. We're just going to have to go with the heal, which sucks, because the heal is not a good promotion to go for. Right, clear out that unit. Fortify there. Okay. And let's just take a quick look at our tech tree. You can see that I still don't have roads, but I don't have anywhere to road to, so I'm not particularly disappointed there. Once I get engineering, I'll get a free aqueduct, which is massive for Venice's future growth. So I'm going to rush engineering now, which will take us through the wheel, mathematics, construction. These are all good things for us to have, right? Hanging garden, roads, but I want that aqueduct unlocked. I also would love to see iron, but I'm going to ignore that for as long as I can. Should we go for the Oracle Rush? Let's do it. I don't think I've ever successfully beaten the AI to the Oracle, and I'm worried because Poland is in the game, and they'll want the Oracle in a major way. They'd like to offer an embassy, and I will accept that. I will accept that. How are we doing? We've got 3 neutral civs, and we're behind, but, you know, we would expect that. Not only are we playing on Deity, but we're playing as Venice. The archer can steal that kill, and we can start to move forward and chop down this forest. This worker is going to clear this forest, which will provide a boost of production to Venice. Speaking of boosting Venice's production, let's see what tiles it's working. Would have been nice if that was still improved, because that would be a productive tile. However, it does look like the city is working about as much production as it can. So we'll just have to leave it on default, because I can't see immediately any tiles that shouldn't have been worked. Let's pop over and see Sidon with our spearmen, shall we? See what our friendly neighbor on City State Island is up to. It is going to naturally expand in 9 turns to clear that. Clear the forest for now. Provide it with just that little bit of extra production, which could make all the difference. And speaking of, let's 2 turns for 13 bonus production. Sounds good. It's not quite as good in Civ 5 as it is in Civ 6 to clear stuff. Hey, Jumbo! Welcome. Just here watching Jumbo struggle as always. Oh, the shade. Hey, Ben. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Right. I'm going to push forward now. I'm going to start sort of playing the aggression. And we'll send the archer that way as well. We'll send all of our units that way. And then with the trireme... Yes, it is indeed a trireme. There's Warsaw. Nice looking inland capital, if I don't say so. With the trireme, I'm going to send it... Oh my goodness, and Denmark is in the game too. So Denmark is... Denmark does quite well with the coasts, as you would expect. And they love a bit of coastal warfare, so that kind of scares me. And it looks like they're actually my nearest neighbor as well. Part of me kind of hopes we get wrecked by them, just for the memes. But of course I want to win. And I will absolutely be trying to win. But it would be kind of funny. Swap these warriors, because that one's taken a beating. And keep clearing that forest. Okay, here we go. We are actually going to be able to make some headway here. That warrior might die. I didn't actually mean to send it there, but that is the trouble of playing a quick and fast game. And this worker, please get back and improve this, and please also all the tile improvements. We've got so much SimCitying to do. I did also just notice, and any keen viewer would have noticed with me, that Poland have swordsmen already. If we can clear that unit, we can bring this warrior back to hide behind that one. Woof. Okay, we are 5 turns away. If I go production focus, we probably... Yeah, see, it gives us like 1 extra production. So it doesn't actually speed up the number of turns at this point. And we're not going to get anything to help. So we've got 5 turns to rush the Oracle. Let's hope and pray hope and pray that that no one else steals it from us in the next 5 turns. Maybe if we can quickly construct this pasture, actually, if I swap to production focus, if we quickly make this pasture, it'll give us a bit of extra, and we might be able to squeeze one less turn out of it. Maybe. Kaopang? It's a big city, isn't it? Hey, Sidon. Sup. Oh. I'm not going to declare war with you, but I totally want you, the Aztecs, to declare war with Poland. It'd be nice if the AI could keep each other busy, right? That's sort of one of the other Deity tips and tricks, is to try and make sure that the AI keep themselves busy by fighting amongst themselves. Full back, warrior, full back, taking an absolute beating from that swordsman again, but I need to keep rushing the oracle. Meanwhile, the spearman is slowly on its way back to Venice. Oh, shoot! We need open borders. $3 gold per turn. What am I making at the moment? 16. You know, I actually think that's worth it, just so that I can get through. So now we can squeeze through his borders and actually get this spearman back to start defending Venice a little bit better. I'm just going to peek into Sidon here just to see what they've got. We definitely made the right choice getting Bucharest. That's been confirmed. Sidon just don't have enough land. But I'll quickly get out of there because I don't want to offend. Whoa! Frame rate. Here we go. Jumbo, I want to stream a Venice game. He's asking for Deity, surrounded against the strongest civs? Sure. Yeah, that's right, no name. Literally, like, the strongest civs for the situation. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Jeez, we are dropping frames in a major way. Why is that happening? Just check on the stream health just to make sure you guys aren't dropping a million frames too. I hope not. I'll just quickly check the stream panel and make sure that everything's all good. Because I don't want to be like doing the most laggy live stream of all time. Could someone just let me know in the chat if everything's all good with you guys? I think it's still all good. It looks to be on my end. Yeah. Yeah, I can't see any issues there. I think there's a little bit of a delay in the chat. I might just wait. Yep, I think we're all good. Okay, cool. We'll carry on. Carry on as we were. So we were sailing through those. Let's check off resource icons. Actually, we sort of don't need that on. Hey. And oh my goodness, it's like a PowerPoint presentation. Get the composite bowman. That's going to help us a great deal because we're basically out of military units at this point. It's okay for you? Thanks for letting me know, Bernardo. Thank you. Much appreciated. It must just be a me issue somehow. So, looking at this, you could be forgiven for thinking this situation is pretty dire. Right? We've got a lot of barbs still relentlessly on our border. We just can't clear that barb camp to the south. However, I'm still choosing to rush the Oracle, right? I could have spent the last 6 turns or 7 turns building military units, but I elected not to because the Oracle is potentially massively powerful for us and sets us up in a really winning position. So I'm still rushing it, and I'm going to keep rushing it, even though we're being absolutely bombarded. Let us just probably protect this worker, I would say. Yeah, I think we'll protect. You can see the frame drops sometimes, but they aren't that bad. Hey, Artie! My man, you made it! Oh, good to see ya. Good to see ya. What we might do is actually... Oh, just... Nice. Okay. Good that that unit is down. Come on, Oracle. You can do it. Maybe if I can finish constructing this pasture, we might actually... Oh my goodness. Okay, no, these frames are ridiculous. What I'm going to do is quickly take a 5-minute koofy break, all right? So don't go anywhere. I'm just going to grab a cup of coffee and also save this game to the cloud and just quickly reload this because I'm getting some frame drops for literally no reason. There's no reason why I should be getting these frame drops. So I might just reload this game. Now, we'll just go load, and then on the Steam cloud, and we'll just reload it. Hopefully fix those frame drops. I'll be back in literally like 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll just let the game reload, and I'll grab I was going to say a cup of coffee, but it's probably far too late in the day for a cup of coffee. We'll see. I'll be right back, team. Oakley dokley, neighborinos. What did I miss? Artie says at JumboPixel, thank you for the $3.49 New Zealand dollars. I really appreciate that. Hey, no problem, Artie. No problem at all. You're my hero. Good stuff. Anytime. I mean, what's $3 really? You know, not even a cup of coffee. Oh my god. Do 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 do. You smart aleck. I love it though. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Oh my goodness. So the reload appears to have made my frame drops considerably worse, and I have no idea why. Imagine donating to yourself and the tax collector takes part of it because it's an international transaction. It's the sad reality. It is the sad reality. Yeah. It is the sad reality. But what's even more sad is that for some reason I am just tanking frames. I'm just absolutely tanking frames, and we've had our worker stolen. Unfortunately, the reload doesn't seem to have fixed it, guys. So what I might have to do is actually stop the stream here. I just don't think it's very fair to stream with all this lag. You know, like, look how laggy this is. Why is this so... And why did I just randomly drop frames? We'll persist just for slightly longer, but look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, my poor computer. It's actually a very old computer. It needs replacing. And like I lost my worker mainly because oh, we're about to get the oracle as well. Okay, you know what? I feel really bad for doing this because there's loads of you tuning in live, but what we're going to do is, I tell you what, here's the deal. I'm going to have to stop the stream here and actually figure out there's some fundamental errors with my computer. I know, Artie, I know, it is sad. I could restart the game, not just the save. Alright, should we try that? Okay, we'll try that. We'll try. We'll try exiting to Windows and completely restarting. And see what happens. Because I don't want to end the stream yet either. I'm good to go for another hour or so, really. Look at that. That's me trying to exit Windows. What is actually going on? Okay, let's see. Let's run some diagnostics. Oh, it's looking for a game to capture? What I would really love is like a little like, please wait while I solve technical issues. Because we've only been streaming for an hour. Hey. Yeah. I can just stay on the line and talk to you as well if that's fascinating. I could try restarting my whole PC, but if I do that, it will actually like technically end the stream. And I don't know if anyone's tried to stream on YouTube before, in the comments here, but if you have, you'll know that it actually takes like, I want to say 15 minutes-ish to actually get a stream running. So, like, if I restart my computer now, then we're never, like, I won't be able to get the stream running in time so that I still have time to actually stream. So, yeah. It's sort of not an option, but it would almost certainly fix it, but it's not an option. Unfortunately, my whole PC has tanked. What is going on? This is so annoying. Just gonna try and close all these background processes as well, see if that helps. At no name, I think it's going to be a secret lol. Yeah, yeah, it is. Mainly because, you know, there's like personal, private stuff. Nothing ridiculous, but there is some sort of personal and private-y stuff. No, why is it doing this? I'm sorry. We are actually gonna have to can it here, But to make up for it, this time tomorrow, we will pick up exactly where we left off. Rip in the chat. We'll pick up exactly where we left off. I'll stream around the same time and we'll continue this playthrough. So really sorry to everybody who's tuned in live, and particularly sorry to my my 3 super chat donors, right? Because I'm one of them. But just again, I'd like to really say an extra special thanks to Bernardo for donating 6 of your wonderful Brazilian dollars, and Tim from Canada for donating 5 of those. I know they're not dollars. I'm sorry, my New Zealand dollar ignorance is coming through. But thanks you guys for the super chat donos. I will make up for it tomorrow. Yeah, big F's in the chat. I will make up for it tomorrow. I'll pin you guys on the live stream so you can get the credit that you deserve. Okay. 10-4, CO. Good stuff. Thank you, Brian. All right, boys and girls. I doubt there are any girls. I was looking at the stats. Something like 99.7% of viewers of my channel are males, so that's kind of funny. Anyway, until tomorrow, everybody, we'll pick up exactly where we left off. Hopefully you can all join me. And I'm really sorry about these technical issues. One day soon, I will actually somehow have enough money to get a proper graphics card, and then we can do this for realsies without these dumb technicalities getting in the way. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I am really sorry. But I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Artie. Bye, Bernardo. Bye, No Name. See you tomorrow, Brian. And everyone else who's joined in. Jack, Ben, if you're still popping about, Ben. Thank you. Tim, Super Chat donor, Poland. Loads of cool